Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing my bookshelf because somebody had in the comments asked if I could show off my bookshelf, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That's kind of a fun thing to do. Now, it is kind of organized a little different than I would normally organize a bookshelf, but I have pretty much read all of the Warriors books, so I kind of tucked them all away. Some of them I have on display, like this one here, because I wanted it to look kind of like a library or a bookstore might, so I kind of displayed some of the books. My boyfriend's books are the two cubbies right there. Well, actually, the two bottom cubbies, his and I's books share, and then his books are in that cubby specifically, and then the rest are mine. I have a lot of books. So, obviously, I loved reading as a child, so that's why. But I'll go ahead and start off with the top. So up here we've just got a bunch of owl decorations because my boyfriend loves owls. I love owls. My grandma used to collect owls, so this one here was actually hers. And, well, my great-grandma, I should say. And then the rest of the owls are his, except this one here is mine that my parents got me. So, and then we've got one of my mini decorative plates on display here. I normally like to swap it out every couple months, so this month and last month it's the wolves. Here we have my cat Blossom. He is no longer with us, but I had this plaque made quite a few years ago before he even passed away because I wanted something to remember him by. I do make books, like photo books and stuff, which I will show you guys. They're like over there. I believe it's Shutterfly. And I like to make little books about each cat that's passed away to kind of remember them by with pictures and stories and stuff like that. One of my other things up here, my mom collects Boyd's bears. So just to give you an idea, this is what it says on the bottom. I've been finding a bunch of them lately at Goodwill and Salvation Army. So this one's the first one I ever purchased. I'm not really the type to collect Boyd's bears. That was always my mom's thing. But this one was too cute not to buy because it has an actual working mirror. It's got so much cute detail on it, from like her jewelry, gloves, shoes, hats, a suitcase. She's even got a little journal here, and it's super cute. And on the back, it's like engraved, the mirror is and stuff. It's super cute. So, and then this one here, it is a queen bee, and it's an actual pin. I did not know they made pins, but I found this at Salvation Army, and I was like, that's pretty cute. And obviously, it's insect related, so I was like, I'm going to get that. I've got a wood wick candle, which for anyone who likes wood wicks, this one smells so good. It's like a cologne almost, but not obnoxiously strong. The second row, even though this is not really, this is the top, so the first row, has some Warriors books on it. It's got my cute little vinyl figurine that I purchased and did an unboxing video on. It's got the cute little creature on it that I forget the name of at the moment from Frozen 2, and this I bought quite a while back at a dollar store and stuff, even though he was not $1, he was like $13. But let me move these real quick, and I'll show you some of the books. So, up front we have the third and fourth series of books, which is Power of Three and then Omen of the Stars, which are all these guys here in the front. In the back, I have the first and second series and part of the third, because they wouldn't fit in the front. So these guys are tucked away here in the back. These are the older books. I guess they've changed the artwork on the newer ones, but just to give you an idea, let me get one of these out. I guess they don't look like this anymore, but this is one of my older ones. I guess I could look real quick and see when it was actually published. It's not like the book series itself is super old. So this one was in 2003, because I'm pretty sure it would show it right there, but it also says 2004 here, so it might be either of those. Most of the time, if you open the first page, it's going to show you the last time that, or the first time, or whatever, the book was printed, and then it's going to show you the most recent. That's normally how you can tell the age of the book anyway. But anyway, so there is that shelf. I'll go ahead and stand all these guys back up. And I liked getting hardback if I could, but some of the stuff you only can really find in the paperback. So I'm just going to sit that there. On the second little first shelf cubby, I've got a geode here, which I'll kind of stand in the light so it doesn't reflect too much. That was one I actually got and cracked myself. I did have a video on YouTube of doing that. My clock. Go ahead and move that. And then this is one of my, I believe it's like, it even has Goodwill on there, but I think it's a cherished kitty or something like that. I can't remember. I'll look up and see what I can find. But I have a bunch of these, but this is the only one I have at this house. Because at my parents' house in my old bedroom is my entire collection of figures. And I'll move that real quick. Okay. So in here, we have the rest of... Oh, I didn't even realize. I guess that we've got the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth starting with these two here. Because I forgot there was Dawn of the Clans. I never read anything past, you can see I've got a bookmark there in the fourth book. I never read anything past that. Oh wait, I've got the fourth and fifth one in the wrong spot. I just now realized. I was like, that's confusing. I'll have to fix that afterwards. So anyway, the fifth series of books is continued from this side to here. I never got past the fourth book because it was kind of... I didn't really care for it that much. I know there's probably going to be some people that disagree, but after Omen of the Stars, there's a thing that happens. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who might be reading it. But instead of continuing on that story, they come out with this, and then they have a super edition that kind of talks about what goes on after this. That's fine and dandy, but I wanted an entire series with the fifth series to be how that character takes care of and takes on that challenge. But instead, we go back in time to before anything ever existed, and it just kind of throws you for a loop because it takes you from present and just whips you back into the past. So it was very confusing for me being a kid, being like, what's going on? I wanted to see what was going to happen next, and now I have to buy a super edition to know that. Which, for any of you who didn't know, these books already normally costed at this time like they costed $16.99 at Barnes & Noble. So a super edition I think was like $23 or something like that. And for a teenager, $23 is a lot more than $17. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, the continuation of the fifth series is over here. I've got all of my mangas, or at least I think that's how it's pronounced, over on this side. So I'll show you the ones that I've got there, and then these ones here, of course. I'm not going to show you the covers of all of them because, you know, that'd take forever. Then over here we've got just kind of the warrior guides and some different little things that's like untold stories. I don't have all of these. I'm sure that they probably have come out with more since I purchased those two. I've got those two, and then I have this one here, which I didn't even know existed, but I found it at Barnes & Noble one time, and I was like, that's interesting, so I went ahead and purchased it. You know what? I'm not going to try to put that back right now. So either way, we've got these three over here, and these ones were really cool because they actually were in color. So what I mean by that is I'll bring it over here and show you real quick. Most of the time, the pages were always in black and white, but these ones actually had pages in color, which they also did with, like, the super edition or something like that, or not super edition, because I know that's what the other books are called. But, down here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the third cubby, and this is kind of where the Warriors ends in the back, and then all of the other random books I have start in the front. So up here in the front, we've got some different books, just a variety. So this one here is The Purpose-Driven Life, and it looks like that. We've got planets and rocks and minerals. And then we've got this book that I got a long time ago from K-Love, which is a radio station I listen to. And then this book here, for anyone who's never read it, Corrie ten Boom's book, The Hiding Place, really good book. We've got my snake and gecko shed book that I have that I've collected, like, sheds and stuff over the years in from my animals, which now that's the only thing I have left of Raja, so that's a little bit more meaningful now, getting to see those sheds. We've got Parables from Heaven, and then we've got C.S. Lewis's biography. Oh, come on. Oh well, that one's stuck on the edge. So that's what that book looks like. Another really good book. We've got Time Cap. For anyone who's never read this, it is a little childish for an adult, but it's really fun for reading as like a teenager/child. So here we've got all my Bella Sarah books. I'm not going to show every single one to you. These are my great-grandpa's books he got when I think he was 13. He has it written down in there somewhere. So they're very old, because my great-grandpa passed away when he was 91, and that was like in 2010 or something like that. So these books are super old. It even has in there, he wrote in one of them, how old he was when he received the book. And they're just 100 short stories about, I think there's mystery, romance, and I can't remember the other one. It's really hard to read them because they're pretty worn. They obviously were used. So back here, go ahead and lay these guys down, and we'll fix that one because it got caught on the magnet strip. Come on now, don't do this. Okay, I got it. So back here we have all my super editions. We have one of the books that's like up here. All of these, like I said, were in color. This one here was only in black and white. I'm not going to get it out because it is back in there. But this one here, I will get out just to show you guys what I was talking about earlier. So this is the Ultimate Guide. That's what it was called. Okay. So this one here is probably my favorite when it comes to like the pictures and stuff, because it is all in picture, and it's all stories about different things as well as information about each cat. So it's really cool. I really like that book. I'm going to sit there because it's going to take me forever to try to get back in. But anyway, the super editions were super cool. For anyone who never had a super edition or just never read the book series, I will show you one of my favorite things real quick about the super editions that are hardback, not the paperback, because they didn't do it for paperback, but for the hardback. Okay, so I just grabbed a random one, but I will show you when you take off the sleeve, it actually has a full artwork all the way around the book of the cat that it is titled for. So a Yellowfang's Secret in this case. But you can see it wraps all the way around the entire book. And as a kid, I was like, that's freaking awesome. So I only wanted to get hardbacks because of this very fact that it had this really cool artwork. Now, the first one I have, which is about Firestar, whose like book title I can't really remember. But, and it doesn't say on the inside of there. But that was the only one I got in paperback because someone actually got that book for me. Firestar's, what's it called? Firestar's Quest. Okay, it was bugging me because I couldn't remember. But that's the only one I have in paperback, and if I could get in hardback now, I totally would. But for now, it's not something I'm going out of my way to try to find. So let me get this book put back real quick, and then we'll move on to the next shelves. Okay, so on this shelf, we have pretty much all of my, like, insect guides and books, and then we've got some, like, National Geographic and Mother Earth magazines. My little squishies that I have, they're tiny, and then my cute little cherished teddy that has like a little ladybug in a flower pot. I got that because that's totally stuff that I love. Gardening and insects. So I will go ahead and show these to you. Also, I love my squishies. They're so cute. This one I got at Cracker Barrel, and it's really adorable. And then I think I actually got all of these except the snowman at Cracker Barrel. These little tiny guys are super cute too. Little owl and a little raccoon. Whoop, okay, I dropped that one. And then, yeah, this one. I think this one I got from a Kroger store. It was like in a little Christmas surprise egg of some sort. Okay, so over here we've got all my insect stuff, except obviously arachnids. They're not quite insects. We got a book that was actually written by my boyfriend's sister, which is pretty cool. This is what it looks like. So if you guys ever wanted a insect book that's written by an actual entomologist, that's what that is. So that was pretty cool. This is a book that a friend of mine got me when she went to, I think it was New York, that she saw and happened to get me. It's more aimed towards children, but it's still cool. My go-to book for moths and butterflies. Of course, this is for Missouri, so you'd have to get something different if you didn't live around Kansas or Missouri. So these were the books I'm talking about that I made that are for my cats that passed away. So it tells like how long they lived for. And it just says in loving memory and has pictures. Now these two were just plain backed, but this one I think I had a whole bunch of pictures that I put on there because Rose was my baby and her and I were very close. I haven't made one for Blossom yet because obviously he just recently passed away and it's really hard to make one of those because you're sitting there having to pick pictures, and if you're like kind of interacting with the photos and stuff, you all of a sudden start remembering things, and then it gets really sad really fast. So I kind of have to do it when I've completely kind of made peace with the fact that he's not here anymore. I will tend to that afterwards. But yeah, so it's kind of hard for me at first to make a book, and it's almost a year that he's been gone now. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, this is the third row, first cubby. So this used to be a favorite childhood book of mine, and when I saw it at Walmart, I had to snatch it up. So it is one of my favorite books, and it's a children's book. But I used to love having my mom read this to me. This is our adventure book. This is from Up. I'm not going to show this because obviously it's got personal stuff and our pictures and stuff in there. But it's a cute little craft book that you can make into a journal and stuff. Or not a journal, but into a scrapbook with like your pictures and adventures and stuff that you can get on Etsy. So it was really cute, and it comes with a whole bunch of little stencils and stickers and pens and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I like it. So if you have anybody that you're looking to get like a Valentine's present or something for, yeah, this is a cool little book, and it's attached with a really fancy rope. So down here we got more guides to stuff. So down here we've got birds, reptiles, amphibians, and plants. So as you can see, I've got it all nice and organized. These are like some free guides back here that came from a nature center, and they're just little tiny things, so they're tucked back in there. Got succulents, and then I don't really remember. Oh, this was my, okay, that was my graduation diploma. I was like, what is that? And then, of course, a journal, which isn't actually a journal. Like, all my phone numbers are in there, so if my phone ever crapped out. And then this is a book that you can write in the rain with, but the pen for it broke, so I can't even use it. So that's pretty much what is in here. And I will say this book is awesome for anybody that's looking for like information on succulents, because it not only tells what ones are, how to grow them and all that stuff, but it also tells like how to make really cool arrangements and plants, like potters and stuff. It's just a really good book. So I'd always suggest that one for people that are trying to identify succulents. So I'm just going to set these back up here. Now this is my boyfriend's side. I really don't know what books he has over here. We've got like his little shot glass collection. This one here is pretty cool looking. That's actually his favorite, or my favorite shot glass that he has, because all the rest are just kind of, you know, generic. They just say Kansas. This one's got a tornado on it. And I think that was all the shot glasses he actually has. So these are the deals he has on the front. I will say this one I think his mom got him, and that's pretty cool. It's like a comic that has all colored photos in it. And then at the back, he has, oh yeah, I forgot. He has his Guardians of Ga'Hoole collection that's back here. I used to have Wolves of the Beyond, but I gave them away to a friend for her daughter to enjoy because I was done reading them. And I wish I would have kept them because they're all hardback and they were really nice looking, but that's okay. Someone else got to enjoy them. And then he's got a few books like Dewey's 9 Lives, it looks like, and a street cat named Bob, I think is that one. I believe. Let me look and see. Yeah. And he's got a bunch of other little random books that are back there. So we'll go ahead and stand those back up, and then you can see the front again if you didn't get a good look at it. He's got some like Star Wars books and just some random other books that I've not really paid too much attention to. I organized them all, but I didn't pay attention what they were named. Okay. So down here we have a couple books that my mom gave him because he likes different guns and stuff. He plays a lot of computer games that have guns in them. So this is like trivia book. And then this one here is like old and new, I think. So that was another book which she got at a bargain place, apparently. Then we have some of his stone bookends that actually used to be used to hold Twinkie's mesh top down when we still had Twinkie. So down here we've got just all the really large books that can't go on the other shelves because they're obnoxiously heavy. And then down here we have this random thing, I forget what these are called, that is my boyfriend's, and then the other side of the bookend, which I'll just lay there. And then this is, like I said, a mixture of my books and his. So I've got like Birds and Blooms, Rose's book. He has all the other ones down here except this canon book back there. That one's mine. But otherwise all these are his. And then he's got just some like magazines over there in that corner. So yeah, this one is mainly my side with a few things of his over here. And then I don't know what this is. Oh, this is for making paper airplanes. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire bookshelf. Hopefully it wasn't like super boring or anything. I know I do a lot of talking and stuff, so I'm definitely going to be stuck having to edit a lot of this video just to make sure that it's not like a whole bunch of just me talking. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.